Hi everybody, welcome back. If you watched one of my earlier videos, I did say that you could laugh at me later when I expected to be able to fit 5 signatures in my journal. So here are my 5 signatures at the moment, and it's a very chunky looking signature. I do have a few feature pages in there, and that's what I wanted to show you next. I'll make these feature pages, and then once I've sort of decorated the majority of my journals and put all the sort of thicker elements in, then I've got a really good idea on what size to make the spine. So let me show you what the feature pages are. So I've got, this is just a normal signature ready to go in. Then I've got one feature page which I'll sit out. Another signature will go in after that. There's another feature page, another signature. So that's my 3 signatures. So let me show you, just with the 3 signatures on their own, I'm going to need a 3-inch wide journal spine for those. And if I add in my 2, which is what I'm thinking, add in my 2 feature pages, these only take up around about ½ an inch or so, that would give me a 3.5 inch journal. If I try and go to 5, it's going to be too big. So I've got another feature page not finished there, and another 2 signatures. I'll probably end up making another journal with these. So let's have a look at some feature pages. So these will go in between, in my journal, these will go in between my signatures, these 2. So you can see there's a feature page there, and there's another one there. And they just have a little tab on the end of them here, just a little tab that gets glued into the spine, and then they sit between your pages. And the reason that I have feature pages is this is where I put the elements of a journal that I need something firmer for. So for example, this is the first one. This is a slot pocket where once you take out the element that's in it, you can barely see the pocket there, that the pocket is there. So that's a slot pocket one. I've just popped a couple of things in there. This part will get glued onto the spine of the journal. When it opens up, this is one of the kit's ephemera pieces, and I love this. This is the filing cabinet drawers. I'll take out one side so that you can see. I want to be able to fill it with lots of little tags and tickets and ephemera. So for that to hold that many items, it needs to be quite a sturdy. A piece of paper wouldn't cope with that. So that's the first part. That's the slotted pocket, and on the back I've got a secret door hidden journaling spot from the kit, where you pull up the image, and I'll show you the image that comes out at the top, and then you've got this secret journaling space in the middle. So as I push that halfway down, I'll turn it so that you can see it there. So you slide the image up and down, and that's a hidden journaling spot. You want it to, you can also journal on the back of that card that then becomes hidden when you tuck it in. So that's one feature page. The other one, again, this part will get stitched onto or glued onto the spine. So this one's got a series of pockets. So you've got pocket 1, pocket 2. They're full depth pockets as well, so you can fit larger elements in. It's got a little pull-off slotted, just a notebook with just a range of scrap papers, and just a little tab on the back that tucks that into the slot. So that's the first page. On the back of this one, it has a what do you call these, a flip up waterfall belly band, just made with images from the kit. And you can add photos into this, or that gives you a better view of it. You can add photos, or you can journal on it, whatever you like. And then there's the belly band portion of that, so you can just slide something in. I've just added a tab onto that. So they're the two outside elements there. And then this one, when you open the inside part of it, let me just wind that back up. I've just put my favourite digital print from the kit, and you could always stitch some paper in and make that another journaling spot as well. I haven't decided on that part yet. So that's the second one. The third one is not finished. This one will be, that will glue onto the binding like that, and then when you open it up, there's two elastics put in there ready to add a signature and just a decorative image. And then there'll be a pocket on that side and a pocket on that side. So that one's not finished yet. I'll show you some more that I've done from another journal to give you an idea of how you can put these in. So this is a journal that started life off as a pasta box with that firm window on it, and I made it with a magnetic back. So with this journal, you can see that it's got 5 signatures in it. It has a feature page here, first feature page, then 1, 2, 3 signatures, another feature page, then 2 signatures, and the final feature page there. And in the middle of it, you can see that the little tab part that gets glued onto the signature, I've included words between that, on that little part, and in between all of my signatures I've included inspirational sayings. It's just one way. You don't have to do that. I could easily have stitched this signature in and move that over. It's just nice. It means that I've got a little bit of room for my signatures to expand when I want to add things in, and it's just another way to do it. But you can, of course, stitch these signatures onto that part so it's not a space in the spine. So I'll show you these. So this one just has a pull open unfinished front page. I have yet to finish decorating that. On the back here it has a couple of, just a pocket with a few things in it. When I have glued this one in, there's something to play with. When I've glued this one in, I have left, better if I tip it up, I have left a little bit of space between where the signature is stitched in here, and then that's the little tab just there. That's the little tab on the feature page, because I wanted to add some sayings in the middle of the journal. And once the journal bulks out a little bit, they kind of disappear a little bit, but they're still visible. So then there's the 3 signatures. And this one, I've got a little side pocket here, some little flip out elements. These are little circular tucks with little images in them. That's one side. When you open this one up, it's got a fold out map and journaling spots, and it's got another pocket with a journal card in it. That's one side of it. And when you fold it the other way, it has a three pockets to tuck stuff and a spot to slide something in. So that's another feature page. Then at the back there's another 2 signatures. At the back of the journal there's this one where I've got a little tuck tag part at the front. That flips open and you've got a tag that tucks into a pocket at the back. you've got a flip out part. This is just a notepad with some graph paper in it. So that's one part of it. You open it up this way, and you've got two pockets there, just with a big card and a smaller card. You could keep adding pockets. And then on this side I've got a slot pocket with a really large tag that opens up to journal in. On the back of this one, it just has a belly band. So you can see that by adding what I call a feature page into your journal, it just gives you an opportunity to play around with elements that are going to need to be on thicker paper. So what can you use? Well, I've just grabbed out some different coloured cardstock that I've got that would go with my journal. So I've got a plain beige, a grey with sparkly on it, a white. You could always print double-sided onto this to make it fit exactly what you want, a browny colour with texture, and a plain brown. So let's have a look at how I make these. They're really simple. You just simply grab your journal, and you want the paper to be the same height as your journal. In my case it already is, because my journal is the full height of the paper that I've selected. So if it's not, if you need to, you can just cut the height down by trimming it to be the same height that you want. And then you just need to make this little fold out flap. You can make it the width that works for you. For mine, they're 1 centimetre or 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch. And it's just enough to make it be able to be glued down into your journal and to hold. You can always punch holes in it to stitch when you're stitching your signatures in. You can always punch holes and stitch them in here, so that doesn't need to take up any space in your journal. So 3/8 of an inch on mine. Really, really simple. You just grab your scoreboard, score it to the width that you want. So 3/8 of an inch in my case is just here. Line that up, 3/8 of an inch, and then flip that over and score it. So we've got that scored, and then just simply fold it in half and score it to get the exact, I'll get rid of that for the minute. So just fold it in half. Just try really carefully just to line things up. When you're folding it, it's a bit hard to see here, let me show you. I'm just going to leave a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch or so that I'm able to open it without it hitting right against. You can make that as whatever works for you, but I'm just going to leave it. Hope you can see that there, just that little bit there, and then just score your centre fold. So that's the base, simple as that. You end up with a piece of paper that's got that little tab part on it and is scored. Once you put this in your journal, it will go into the signature like that. You can see there that you can actually stitch a signature onto this little tab part here. So if you can see that. So you can actually stitch this signature onto that little tab, and then that glues onto the spine. Or you can do as I showed you in the other one and leave a little gap and put words in there if you want to, or even add a thin strip of something or other. So that's the base, and I'll get set up and show you how to do one of the pockets. We'll start with doing one of these pockets where you have almost the hidden slot pocket. So I'll get set up and show you how to do that next.